to work and still get 80% of their salary. While 2 women were arrested as accessories to the murder of 22-year-old Melvin Bass, which happened October 19th at the Valero on Cooper Road in Jackson. What JPD has not made yet is an arrest for the killing itself. They are still asking for tips on that. Mississippi gas is up to $2.79 on average for a gallon of regular, says Gas Buddy. Cheapest in the metro, $2.23 at a station in Flowood. More news in 1 hour on 103.9 WIAB. I'm Chris Davis.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are the individual views and opinions of the people expressing them and do not necessarily reflect those of this radio station, its parent, affiliated, or related entities, agents, or employees.
Happy Friday, everyone. Hope everybody is ready for the weekend. I know I am. We are live here on the Lindsay Beckham Show. I am, of course, Lindsay Beckham, and we are coming to you from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi Studios right here in the heart of Flora, Mississippi, the Cotton Exchange Plaza. Fireworks starting off this Friday morning over at the state capitol. Yesterday, I talked a little bit about some of the lies that we were seeing out of our senators, our state senators, who were making claims that teacher pay raise was tied to a school choice bill. Well, that just was not the case, and I explained this yesterday. I went live last night and explained it again as well. I thought I did it in more of a concise manner, although I got some comments saying that I guess I'm easier to understand when I am on air. I don't know than when I'm in my car going live for a few minutes on Facebook. But there were 2 teacher pay raise bills, across the board bills, one that originated in the Senate, one that originated in the House. The bill that originated in the Senate would have given teachers across the board a $2,000 pay raise. The bill that originated in the House, a standalone teacher pay raise bill, not tied to anything else, would have given teachers a $5,000 pay raise. This was not tied to any school choice measures whatsoever. Both bills passed out of their respective chamber and crossed the hallway to go to the other side of the legislature where they met their death. But guys, as you know, and I say this all the time, nothing is ever dead in Mississippi during our legislative session. The phrase is until it is dead, dead, dead. But I'm here to tell you, I've seen things come back from the dead even after they've been killed 3 times. So what I like to say is nothing is ever dead until sine die. When we adjourn on the final day of session, that is when you can be sure everything is dead for good. And even then, there's always the possibility of a special session being called. But I did not like the fact that we were seeing the Senate want to blame the House for not having teacher pay raise. And then with this narrative that it was tied to school choice, it was not. That is a downright lie. And I don't like it when people in an elected position within our legislature lie about things and about their partners on the other side of the building. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's ethical. I think it is highly disrespectful. And shame on them. It's just wrong. If you want to talk about a certain issue, then talk about it. If you're disappointed that something hasn't gone your way, then talk about it, but don't just downright lie about the legislation or about legislators. It's just not right. So this morning, there was a strikeout. Now, this bill that they took and put a strike all into, which means you should basically exactly what it says, you strike all the language from the bill and replace it with new language. And I've told y'all this can be done if you have a bill with the same code sections. So if those code sections are there, you can strike all the language out of it and basically make it a whole new bill. This particular bill was the bill that I've been talking to you guys about a good bit, produced by Angela Hill, Senator Angela Hill, that would remove Mississippi school counselors from the ethical guidelines of the American Counselors Association that is desperately needed because according to the American Counselors Association and their ethical guidelines, which I find highly unethical, by the way, counselors do not have to talk to parents about what is going on with their children. This is how we have seen so many children be socially transitioned within the schoolhouse, with parents being unaware. We need this bill. We need this language. But this bill had code sections that were needed, and the House struck the language completely. There was a strike all language from that bill removed, insert your teacher pay raise. Now, I want to let you guys know, teachers, listen up. I've seen so many of you get on your social media pages and talk badly about Speaker Jason White. Talk badly about Representative Rob Robertson, speak badly about Representative Jansen Owen because of their support of school choice. And basically, I don't think you understand it anyway. You just follow along with whatever Nancy Loom tells you. But if the Senate does pass this through, then you should be thanking those people because they're the ones who are desperately trying to get this done for you. As badly as you've talked about them, all the hateful things I've seen so many of you teachers say out there, guess what? They went to bat for you this morning. And I think you should be thanking them. I personally believe there shouldn't be an across-the-board teacher pay raise. Hate me if you must. I think we do need pay raises for teachers who deserve them. In every private sector, the raise that you get is based on your performance. And I think that should be the case here. I think teacher pay raises should be merit-based. Because as much as we love our teachers, and trust me, my children have had some amazing ones who are like family to us, doesn't make them all great. Now, obviously, every occupation has bad seeds. Every occupation has people who are really great at their job and people who are not so great at their job. But guess what? All those occupations also base raises on performance and merit and value. If you're a teacher out there in an underperforming district where there is a major teacher shortage, and you're working twice as hard in order to make some changes, then maybe you deserve more of a raise. You know, if I had it my way, I think parents are the ones who the school should be accountable to. We hear all this about this accountability. Who should they be accountable to? Well, I think it should be the parents. Now, it would never work this way, but in a perfect world, if I could make the rules, I would allow parent surveys to come into play when looking at who deserves raises as far as our teachers are concerned. I get that's very difficult to do when you're using what they like to call public dollars. By the way, I don't even know what public dollars are because those are our dollars. When they use the term public money, they mean our money. They mean the money that we have paid into through taxes. So I don't quite believe there's any such thing as a public dollar. When they do this within the legislature, they like to call it a Frankenstein bill. So Representative Jansen Owen put out this morning, teacher pay raise, PERS fixes revived in the House. Our own Frankenstein moment in the House this morning. In February, the Mississippi House of Representatives, with bipartisan support, unanimously passed House Bill 1126. It delivered a $5,000 teacher pay raise, a $3,000 SPED supplement, which is your special needs teachers, who they deserve it, by the way, real fixes to PERS Tier 5, and long overdue school attendance officer reform. Earlier this week, HB 1126 died in the Senate Education Committee after the chairman, Dennis DeBar, declined to take up the bill prior to the deadline. This morning, I joined several of my colleagues in amending a Senate bill before us to resurrect the policy provisions contained in HB 1126. The House passed the bill unanimously. $5,000 across the board teacher pay raise, $3,000 special needs teacher supplement, $3,000 assistant teacher pay raise added. This also will cap superintendent salaries by tying superintendent pay to teacher pay, which would incentivize local investment in teacher salaries, brings the Tier 5 retirement eligibility back to 30 years, provides extra retirement credit to LEOs and first responders, allowing retirement eligibility at 25 years of service. This newly amended bill now goes to the Senate for consideration, where my hope is that it's given the serious consideration that it deserves. The teachers, if I were you, I don't know, maybe make a post about that. Sure didn't mind making all these posts that I've seen so many of you make, dogging the House, Representative Robertson, Representative Owen, Speaker Jason White, because you didn't like HB 2, which did not tie a teacher pay raise in at all. Here you go. They're fighting for you. Maybe you should think about that. We got to take a break. Y'all stay with us. So much more to discuss and break down. We will be right back here on The Lindsay Beckham Show, WYAB 103.9. Lindsay Beckham Show, WYAB 103.9.
94.9 WYAB.
Get ready, Louisiana! Johnny's Pizza House is turning up the heat with our Sweep the Swamp Pizza. Packed with crawfish, shrimp, a taste of crab, andouille sausage, bell peppers, onions, jalapenos, and a blend of Cajun spices, all smothered in delicious mozzarella cheese. It's the perfect bite of the bayou and the perfect meal for any Cajun crave. Try our Cajun Flint or dive into a Sweep the Swamp Pizza bowl. A taste of Louisiana flavor is waiting on you. Let's share a slice today at Johnny's Pizza House.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Spring is in the air and temperatures are on the rise, requiring us to run the AC nonstop. Don't let those days sneak up on you. Call Pure Air Consultants today for your spring inspection on your AC system. Pure Air Consultants, your go-to Ring Pro partner that can get the job done and have you resting in comfort in no time at all. Locally owned and operated, Ring and Pure Air Consultants to the rescue. Contact Pure Air Consultants today online at mypureconsultants.com. That's mypureconsultants.com.
Americans for Prosperity is Mississippi's and the country's leading grassroots organization dedicated to promoting economic freedom and personal liberty. Americans for Prosperity advocates for limited government, free market policies, and empowering individuals. When given freedom and opportunity, Americans are capable of extraordinary things. If you are ready to make a difference in our community and want to get involved, then visit americansforprosperity.org. Be a part of positive change at americansforprosperity.org. Paid for by Americans for Prosperity.
Hello, I'm John Ravenstein, third generation owner of Juniker Jewelry Company. I've been here 50 years.
And I'm Corey Ravenstein, fourth generation owner. I grew up here, literally.
Our great uncle started Juniker Jewelry way back in 1944. And that simply means we probably helped more Mississippi men pick out their engagement rings than anyone else.
Guys who are nervous.
Guys who've waited too long.
Guys who just want to get it right the first time.
That's what we do at Juniker Jewelry, Mississippi's direct diamond importer.
No pressure, just straight answers. And the largest selection of loose diamonds, engagement ring styles, and wedding bands in the state.
Remember, you can't buy a better quality diamond at a lower price anywhere in Mississippi. That's the Juniker's money-back diamond guarantee.
Come find out why we're still here after 82 years.
And why she'll never say, you're late, if you've shopped at Juniker's.
Juniker Jewelry Company, 1485 Highland Colony Parkway in Madison, and junikerjewelry.com, Mississippi's direct diamond importer.
If you want the best health care, where do you go? The Mayo Clinic. If you want the best care for your vehicle, where do you go? Mayo Auto Clinic in Raymond. Mayo Auto Clinic does foreign and domestic vehicles and diesel repair. Mayo Auto Clinic has ASE certified techs with over 25 years of experience. You can extend the life of your car or truck when you take it to Mayo Auto Clinic. For cost-effective repairs and maintenance, go to the best Mayo Auto Clinic. Open weekdays at 7 a.m. Highway 18 in Raymond.
Hey guys, this is Casey Ellis with Ellis Autoplex, located on Highway 471 in Brandon. Ellis Autoplex, known as Little Truck City, is your old school mom and pop style dealership that's family owned and operated. We have cars looking to sell your vehicle? Bring it by Ellis Autoplex, where we pay fair market value and we cut you a check on the spot. Need your vehicle service or repair? We can handle that too. Shop us online or set your appointment at ellisautoplex.com. That's ellisautoplex.com.
Grizz Nation, get to FedEx Forum for a primetime showdown when your Memphis Grizzlies host the LA Clippers on Saturday, March 7th. Grab your crew and get downtown for the 7 p.m. tip-off as we celebrate Women's Empowerment Night presented by Nike. Get your tickets today at grizzlies.com/tickets or at the FedEx Forum box office in Memphis.
Welcome back to the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios, right here in Flora, Mississippi. This is the Lindsay Beckham Show. Of course, Lindsay Beckham. We are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and X, and we have a visitor who just popped in. Hey, Sean.
Hey, what's up? I caught the end of your last segment you got. It was about what you're yelling at the teachers, it sounded like.
Well, I mean, I just wasn't really happy with the way so many of them talked about our speaker. and several of our representatives because they made up a lie, basically, that teacher pay raises were tied to school choice, which they never were. That was ever a thing. And I think they should right now be thanking and praising those same people they talk trash about because they're the ones trying to give them a pay raise.
Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. So they were upset about the school choice legislation, and they decided to tie that to teacher pay raises when it wasn't, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, just like we were talking about yesterday with some of our senators, Johnny Dupree being one of them, who put out this just blatant lie.
Yeah.
I don't. You cannot like something, and that's okay, and you can talk about it. That's fine, but don't lie. I think that is just incredibly unethical, and it's just crappy. I mean,
But I
it's
mean,
just
isn't that part of our politics? I mean, it's on both sides of the aisle, both sides of whatever. I mean, I don't even know if there's even sides to it anymore. It just seems that's kind of a common thing, right? Look at how many times do we look at Twitter and there's constant like bull crap. I mean, it's all you know what I mean? Like how many times have I told you like, hey, let's double fact check that, or I mean, it's just that's the way I think that's the way our political system. Unfortunately, I mean, I agree with you. It sucks, but I think this is where we are.
well, I refuse to agree with that. I mean, that might be the way some people are, but that doesn't make it right. And
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not saying I'm not arguing that it's right, but I'm
I'm gonna
just saying
call it out
that's
every time I see it.
that's what everybody does, though. I mean, if you get on any social media platform, it's constant misinformation. Regardless of what your political persuasion is, it's constant, or it's shaping narratives in a different way. It seems to be a lot of. I mean, it's never like, let me give you the facts, and here's what they are. It's just you never see that anymore. I mean, I don't know. I wonder if that ever existed, but I feel like it did a little bit better at one time than it does now, for sure.
I don't know. That's one thing I try to do is give facts, and I think there's just so much, like you said, misinformation out there, and and with the teachers, as far as that goes, they were told this was going to be bad,
Yeah.
and so that's why they took the stance that they did. But what I say to them is, you're a teacher, for heaven's sake. Shouldn't you be about fact checking and making sure that what you're saying is factual?
Yeah, I mean, I would think, is there examples of it being bad? I'm just or that they were using, or what? How did that work?
I mean, of course, Nancy Loom comes up with these examples that don't tell the whole story.
Right, which
But to
wants to
just
shape a
take
narrative. Yeah.
right, just to take her word for it and not actually look into what this would mean for Mississippi, I felt was wrong. And then to criticize the people who now are fighting for your pay raise, maybe they should call them and thank them.
Well, yeah, I mean, I saw it before. I know you texted me. I saw it this morning. They're giving him a $5,000. I'm
No,
like,
they're trying to. It's got to go back
uh,
to the Senate.
well, I understand that how that works. I'm just saying, but I mean that's nice. Don't get me wrong, but it kind of goes back to what I was saying yesterday. Like, I feel like there's all this pressure, and this is separate from the school choice. I think they are separate issues. Like the teacher's supposed to be like, oh yeah, thanks for the extra $5,000, like, and like let me hold you to like the highest standard of any other profession, but we don't want to pay you a whole lot of money.
Because
I just have an issue with that. I don't
Well, I
know.
have a big issue with it being across the board because I think there's some that don't deserve it. They don't deserve a penny.
But how does that work? How do you like judge who deserves it and who doesn't? Like, how
I
does
don't know,
that
Sean,
work?
and this is what I talked about the whole first segment. In every other private sector job, you have reviews.
But it's not a private; it's a government job, though.
But
It's a government job.
when I worked in the medical field, obviously we would go in and every year have a review, and based on how much responsibility we had or what our performance looked like, it was how our raises were based. I mean, I just
Can
don't.
you think of another government job where that's what happens? I can't think of one.
I'm
where
sorry,
that-
but there are teachers who are crap,
But there's
and
not
they
one
do
single.
not
But
deserve a raise.
I worked in
Period.
government for 10 years. There's not a single government job I can think of where you get like performance-based raises that I
Well,
can think of. Maybe
when
I'm wrong,
you're
but maybe there
influencing
is.
our
But
children and the most innocent and the most vulnerable, then we need to be super careful about who we decide that we want to give more money to.
I got a way to be careful. Pay them a lot of money, and you're going to get the best and the brightest. Like, that's how it would get done. But if you don't want to pay them anything, then that's not what's always going to happen. I feel like this is like
Again,
so
where is that supposed
obvious.
to come from?
Well, then, then don't complain. I mean, that's the only thing I can say. Like, don't complain if, like, how can you complain when people don't make a lot of money and you're expecting them to, like, do all these extra things when they don't make money? I just, like,
Do
isn't
all
this,
what
we're in a
extra
capitalist
things? What are
country.
you talking about?
I'm just saying you like are saying that they're like
I'm
teachers to
saying
me.
do not indoctrinate children.
It's not just about indoctrination. It's teachers are always seem to held to all these standards that they're supposed to meet and they're not paid anything. And I don't understand. I just never get that.
They
Like you
are
want them to do
paid.
all this
They are
stuff.
paid. They're not going to work for free. They are paid.
Yes, right. What's the
They
average
also
salary of a
are
teacher in
off.
Mississippi?
They also are off work earlier than most people. They also get every single holiday off. They also get summers off. They know this going into it. Don't go in. Don't if you want to fuss about it. Don't be a teacher.
Um, they get there like what 7 in the morning. I mean, they get there before most people get to work, and they're stuck with the kids all day. Like
Then
they can't
don't be
leave.
a teacher if you don't want to be a teacher.
I'm just saying, I mean, the way you get people to perform like you want is to pay them, not to not pay them.
Well, then
Like
you
that just
figure out
doesn't
where the
work.
money's going to come from because
Well, then I mean, but I mean, like, we're now we're going in circles because, like, I'm saying, like, how do you what do you think would be the way to incentivize them? Where you can't give them performance based raises because this is
I
government
think
we're
you
talking about.
should. I
But
think
I don't know
there
how you
should be
do that.
merit-based performance.
I mean, then what are we supposed to do? Like to get them to, work, like do better or whatever. If that,
Well,
I'm
I
just
just
saying what
told you
you're
I think
saying.
it should be merit-based.
Okay, you think it should be merit based? They go to a
Yeah.
merit based system. So how would that work?
I just told you. Like, I literally just said it.
That there would be what the student test scores? Like, I mean, how's that work?
I just said
Well, say it again. I didn't hear it. Like, how would the merit based? How would
every
that be
single
judged?
year, most people go in and meet with their supervisor, and their performance is discussed. And then the rate of what they are getting a raise on is not the same across the board for every employee, because there are some who go above and beyond, and there are some who do the bare minimum. It is the same way with teachers.
Well, how do you rate their performance? Is my question. That was the question. Like, how does the metrics to that? How do you do that? Like, what are the things to judge that your performance is better than, like, teacher A's performance is better than teacher B's? Like, how would you do that?
I mean,
That's
I
what I'm
guess you would
asking.
have to be in the school with them so that you see what's going on. But there are administrators in these schools with these teachers. And I'm sure they can tell you which ones do more than the others.
Well, there's got to be a way to judge that. They can't just say, "Oh, that one looks like they're doing better." There's got to be like actual metrics to judge. Like that teacher's students are performing better on whatever test or this thing. I mean, that would you seem like you'd have to have a
Maybe
system. Like,
there's teachers you never get complaints about.
okay, where are the complaints coming from? The students or the parents?
Both. I'm sure there are complaints from students and parents about teachers. But
Okay,
if
so
all you hear from students and parents about a particular teacher is praise, and all you hear about another teacher is bad things, then obviously they're not performing the same.
I don't know. I don't know if I like that metric. I mean, like if a teacher's hard on the kids and the kids aren't going to like them, obviously, and then they complain to their parents, and nowadays parents are always so like, "Oh, well, they were hard on you. I can't believe they did that." I mean, I was talking to my buddy who's a law professor about that, and he said that, like, it's amazing the way the kids are today, and thinking like if they get a C, it's just like that's not supposed to happen, and their parents will even call them at that age. So I don't know if I'd want to go with that.
Hey there, you're on the air. Hello? Hello? We had a call. Hello? Don't know what happened there. Caller, you can call back. I had text Fred to see if he wanted to call in and give us a rundown of the events from his perspective as a legislator over on the House side. But I know he had a meeting. I don't know if this is him trying to call or not. Hey there, you're on the air.
Hey, y'all two cracking me up. Oh my goodness. Get a divorce now.
Yeah. Right.
No, but I see both points. I see Sean's point, like how would you merit that? And I see you want to reward the teachers that are doing a good, going above and beyond, Lindsay. But at some point you have to say you're getting paid to do a job, and if you're not up to par, then you have to fire that teacher. Like you can't just reward the ones who's actually doing the job and keep the ones who ain't, and then pay the ones who's doing the good job more. At some point, you have to say, look, this is the bar, and you have to meet this. And if you're not doing this, we have to fire you. But you can't just reward the ones who's actually doing what they're supposed to do, because that is what a teacher is, to mold young minds, you know? So,
but it's got to be difficult to fire teachers right now, especially
I
with there being a
know,
teacher shortage.
that's what I'm saying. But they probably should have never been hired to begin with. But to Sean, more, but one of them, that raise, they're all getting paid more than you're going to get people coming in to want that job.
Yeah, that's what I think.
You have to filter them out before you hire them. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I get both points, I understand, but it's kind of hard. But I agree with you, Lindsay. Some of them shouldn't be paid a penny. They don't need to be in that position, period. So I just wanted to call in, break up the right. So,
yeah.
Well, thank you.
Both of y'all are correct, but it's hard to, like Sean said, how you gonna make that happen? I mean, you can't reward the one, and what's they gonna do to the ones who ain't doing it? They're gonna get,
Well, I would hope that it would make them want to do better. That would be my hope.
Yeah, probably, but they'd probably be like peeing in their coffee cup, you know?
Yeah.
Right. They would go the other way.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
I don't have kind of a.
Thanks so much for calling. Great call.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Appreciate it.
You too. All right, we got to take a break, but y'all stay with us. I'm sure there's more for us to fight about in the next segment. We'll be right back here, WYAB 1039, The Lindsay Beckham Show. We are joined by my favorite attorney and yours, Mr. Sean Yerkeron, and we will be right back.
.1039 WYAB.
Get ready, Louisiana! Johnny's Pizza House is turning up the heat with our sweet the swamp pizza. Packed with crawfish, shrimp, a taste of crab, andouille sausage, bell peppers, onions, jalapenos, and a blend of Cajun spices, all smothered in delicious mozzarella cheese. It's the perfect bite of the bayou and the perfect meal for any Cajun crave. Try our Cajun flip or dive into a sweet the swamp pizza bowl. A taste of Louisiana flavor is waiting on you. Let's share a slice today at Johnny's Pizza House.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Spring is in the air and temperatures are on the rise, requiring us to run the AC nonstop. Don't let those days sneak up on you. Call Pure Air Consultants today for your spring inspection on your AC system. Pure Air Consultants, your go-to Ring Pro partner that can get the job done and have you resting in comfort in no time at all. Locally owned and operated, Ring and Pure Air Consultants to the rescue. Contact Pure Air Consultants today online at mypureconsultants.com. That's mypureconsultants.com.
Americans for Prosperity is Mississippi's and the country's leading grassroots organization dedicated to promoting economic freedom and personal liberty. Americans for Prosperity advocates for limited government, free market policies, and empowering individuals. When given freedom and opportunity, Americans are capable of extraordinary things. If you are ready to make a difference in our community and want to get involved, then visit AmericansForProsperity.org. Be a part of positive change at AmericansForProsperity.org. Paid for by Americans for Prosperity.
CBS News brief. Sources tell CBS News Russia is providing Iran with some information on U.S. positions in the Middle East. And on day 7 of the war, CBS's Matt Gutman reports from Tel Aviv.
Israel says it has been doing this mop-up work on the missile launchers, decreasing the missile capability of Iran by about 80%. At this point,
oil tops $90 a barrel for the first time in 2 years. Gas prices are rising too. CBS's Kelly O'Grady says it all comes as the government reports employers cut 92,000 jobs last month.
We have rising oil prices, and then that's going to hit companies in terms of costs. And so you might see that factor impacted over the next few months when it comes to job hiring.
In Chicago. Music and a celebration of life for Jesse Jackson. 3 former presidents are among those there.
The new year is off to a fast start, but you can't keep up if your vehicle is sidelined. Get to Mazda of Jackson and take advantage of these super deals before time runs out. Get 1.9% financing for 63 months on all 2025 Mazda CX-5s and 2026 CX-90s, CX-50s, and Mazda 3s with approved credit, and get 1-year maintenance included in your new vehicle purchase. Don't wait another minute to experience Mazda's exhilarating performance, top-notch safety, and reliability online at MazdaofJackson.com or visit I-55 Frontage Road.
Hello, friends and neighbors. This is David Frederick. I'm here to tell you about the latest development here at Frederick Sales and Service in Brandon. In an effort to always bring you the very best brands, I am proud to announce that Frederick Sales and Service is Central Mississippi's newest dealer for Skag zero-turn mowers and products. We have deals on one of the industry's best brands of zero-turn mowers, Skag. You can buy now and pay later because 0% financing is also available at Frederick's. Come see our inventory. We're here serving you for over 3 decades in Brandon since 1993.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind with friends and family? El Patrio Mexican Restaurant is calling your name. With locations in Flowood and Cross Gates, Brandon, El Patrio is the cozy, family-owned gym where great food meets great times. Enjoy El Patrio's signature margaritas and happy hour specials that keep their customers coming back for more. Indulge in their authentic Mexican dishes prepared with love and served in a warm, family-friendly atmosphere. Come to El Patrio and taste the traditions. El Patrio, where family, flavor, and fun come together.
This is Jack Hoffman. For nearly 31 years, Tico's Steakhouse has been a staple of fine dining in Jackson, Mississippi. Dad has long since desired for me to come work alongside him. And now that I'm here, I would like to invite you to come experience our family tradition of our hospitality, sizzling steaks, and healthy poured beverages. Our dining rooms are open and we are taking reservations. Our private rooms are also available along with takeout. Call today or stop in and experience Tico's in the second generation.
Tico's Steakhouse, East County Line Road in Ridgeland, 601-956-1030.
Your roof is constantly exposed to the elements, battling dirt, algae, and stains. But with Watkins Construction and Roofing Roof Wash Service, you can keep it looking like new. A proprietary rooficide treatment is EPA approved, safe, and guaranteed to prevent algae from coming back for at least 2 years. No harsh chemicals, no damage, no black streaks. Just a clean, beautiful roof that lasts. Call Watkins Construction and Roofing at 601-966-8233 or visit nomoreroofstains.com today. Come together.
Welcome back into the Lindsay Beckham Show. We are here live in the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. 601-879-0002 is the number if you'd like to call in to the show today. 601-879-4648 is our text line as well. We are joined by attorney Sean Yerkeron. Sean, Trump was in some hot water yesterday. Did you see that?
No, which one are you talking about? Which there's always something. So yeah. Tell me, I mean, I'm sure I know.
The thing he did that made me irate. You don't remember this?
Oh, the one with Marjorie Taylor. Was that true or not? See, again, talking about misinformation. I don't know whether it was true or not.
I did not see it until you sent it to me. And I immediately went straight to his Truth Social, which is where he puts out his statements. Yeah. And I saw the truth, they like to call it a truth over there, but it looked a little different than the one that you sent me that Marjorie Taylor Greene had made a comment about.
Yeah.
So I dug into it a little more, and evidently Marjorie Taylor Greene was correct. He did post that and then changed it about an hour later.
Tell everybody what we're talking about so they'll understand. That's good. I didn't know. You didn't let me know that part. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah. So he posted about the SAVE Act, and it had 5 things listed underneath it. Let me see if I can actually pull it up so I'm telling you accurately what it said. But it had 5 points listed under why he believes everyone should support the SAVE Act. Goodness, he puts a lot of stuff out. But the fifth, and all of them, I think most Republicans agree with. It says the Save America Act, number 1, all voters must show voter ID identification. All voters must show proof of citizenship in order to vote. Number 3, no mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. Number 4, no men and women's sports. Number 5, no transgender mutilation surgery for children is the way it reads now. It stops right there.
Okay. What did it? And it said something different initially,
The
right?
original one said number 5, no transgender mutilation surgery for children without parental consent.
Oh, okay.
Let me explain something. I fight for parental rights, but those are not the kind of rights I fight for.
Well, was there an explanation for why he changed it or what happened? I mean, I assume I know
I
why. I know
don't.
the answer. It's like a rhetorical question,
Oh
really,
well,
but
I mean the
that's in my head.
blowback that he got when people saw it, I'm sure, was the reason it was changed.
Was
Now,
Trump sitting there being like, "Oh wait, I picked the wrong political position. I better change real quick," because he's got to look at his little book of which way to go.
because I don't care what a parent decides as far as that type of care goes, that's child abuse. Mutilating a child's body is child abuse.
So yeah, and I agree with you actually on that. I don't think it should be there should be parental consent to do that under under 18 either. I think it should be banned. I agree with that. But I think it's funny that like he
Yeah.
wrote that like, oh yeah, parental consent for under 18. Oh wait, my people are pissed. I gotta change this.
Yeah, and I
Don't you love politics? If
we hear
anybody out there believes any of these guys, I don't care if they're the president, I don't care if they're the Democratic president, they all lie to us. Everybody just needs to just flush out their headgear and realize that. That's just what they do.
I mean,
It's
you're
all
not
liars. Like,
you're
and
not
they're all
wrong.
playing us. I'm not wrong, right? Am I
Yeah, you're
wrong?
not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
I was about to have a stroke when I saw initially what it said, and I think it is funny that it's immediately changed, and then we go back to this narrative, is he writing his own post, or is this something that somebody else messed up?
oh, like the Obama monkey
Like the
post.
Obama monkey video.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with a staffer did not write that because a conservative staffer probably would have known better. Hell, I would have known better if I was. Let's say I got a job and I'm a liberal and I work for the. I'd be like, I'm not going to get fired, so I'm going to go as hard right as I can. I would never write that. So I would think if somebody who worked for him would know not to write that. But apparently, maybe he just didn't know, because he doesn't really care. I don't. I mean, I think it's probably what it is. He doesn't really care. I mean. My favorite thing he says all the time is no transgender for everyone. I like that. That's a really good phrase. It's so
I've
funny.
never heard him say that.
He
I
always
think
says like no the Democrats, they want transgender for everyone. I think it's so funny. I love it.
well, I
I
mean,
love
he's not
politics because it's entertainment because everybody's full of crap. And like they don't believe in anything they're saying, and I don't care what side you're on.
you
What's funniest to
say
me is
that.
like
There's
people
some of them that do. Some of them
people
do.
that get like all emotional and like on their side, they're like, oh yeah, they're standing. But no, they don't believe what you believe either. They're just this is a game, and that's why I don't get emotional about it because I'm like, I know they're lying to me, so I don't like if like you make fun of a Democrat, I don't care because he's probably a liar. Like, and he's just like, I don't care. Like, I don't
If he's a
get upset about
Democrat,
it.
he's probably got a mental illness.
I just don't get upset about it because I'm just like, yeah, I'm sure they're a liar. I mean, it's just what they are. That's the job is professional lying. So. So it's funny, and I love the gotcha moments. They're like, "Oh, you caught the liar lying." Shocking. No way. I can't believe that happened. Good job, Marjorie. I
She
mean,
wasn't the only one. She wasn't the only one. Now, the conservative influencers, they were all going hard after him once that surfaced.
and they get the right because they get so mad because they feel like that, like what he told them at some point is something he actually believes. They're like, "You're backtracking." Well, no, he never really believed that anyway. Or he doesn't believe this way either. It's just whatever you want. He wants to say, and I'm not just hating on him. I mean, this is all of them. I mean, it's just kind of like the Iran war thing. In 2024, it was like I'm the anti-war candidate. Now we're dropping bombs on Tehran. I mean,
I was
not
about to
that
ask you about that.
yeah, I mean, not that I'm necessarily against that. I'm just saying, like, I don't buy anything these folks say. So when they do something the opposite of what they said, I'm just like, well, that makes sense because you didn't really mean what you said anyway. And I knew that from the front end, so I don't get my heart broken. I don't really care.
See, y'all, Sean thinks everyone is a grifter,
Oh yeah,
and so I
100%.
think he finds me to be like this unique person who actually really cares about what I say because he knows that I do. And so he just believes everyone who says anything about these political stances and these political issues, they've got to be doing it for some self-promoting purpose.
Of course they are. Every one of them are
I don't
self-promoting themselves.
I don't believe
Yes.
I don't believe it's all of them.
No one is. You don't get to that level because they really believed in something. I mean, that's not. They don't. like just like, okay, we got that race in Texas with Ken Paxton, John
Ding
Corn,
dong, the
James.
witch is dead.
Yeah, Jasmine Crockett. By
Just
the way,
don't.
Jasmine Crockett's a great example of not believing in anything you say. Crockett like runs and plays this like tough girl thing, but she's actually like a Ivy League educated woman. She's playing a character. I get it. Tallarico's play. They all got a character. I can give you all a character. Tallarico is the progressive conservative, right? Like progressive Christian, which is a character.
That man is not a Christian.
Well, see this, and then Ken Paxton is the conservative Christian that has a lot of affairs on his wives and steals money and things like that, right? It doesn't really fit with the religion. But see, they're all lying about what they care about, and I just wish it's our fault for buying into this stuff. If we just all got together and said, you know what, they're making us hate each other over stuff they don't actually believe. What are we doing? It's just like and they're all making money. By the way, they're all richer than all of us. Just so you know, I mean, and that's why I don't get mad about it, because I'm like, I'm not letting them play a game with me. I'm just not. So sorry, that was my rant, y'all.
Well, this morning, Trump did come out and say that the only way this war is ending is if Iran surrenders. What is your thought process? Do you think we'll see that happen?
I mean, I think that's a really complicated question. What does by surrender? What does it mean? And we've already degraded their military to such a significant degree in terms of all the operations. We've done a good job with the actual operational part of this. So that's not really. I don't know if that was ever going to be the issue in terms of like, are we going to be able to destroy Iran's military? Absolutely, of course. It's the what happens next. Now you've got a regime that's been entrenched for 47 years. How do you unentrench that? Well, it's not going to be a popular uprising because the Iranian people don't have any weapons. I mean, they really don't. They're not going to have weapons. So you're not going to have like that. There's no rebel army really. What do you do? I think I think a weakened regime stays around is the most likely scenario. I mean, is that a positive result? It could be, considering we've reduced their possible nuclear capabilities, and their military has been pretty much demolished. But if you're hoping for some like new regime to take over, I think that's very unlikely unless we commit U.S. troops, put them on the ground. That's the only way that's ever really happened historically at all. So I think that, that would be, I mean, maybe they've surrendered now. I don't know, but I don't think the regime, I guess to answer your question, the regime is not going to just quit, because for them, we'd have to like put boots on the ground and extricate them from them to be gone. And that's just not going to happen unless we do that, unless we put a ground troop commitment.
I really would hope that does not happen, just because I think so many people saw how that played out in Afghanistan and they don't want a repeat of that.
Oh, and by the way, like, and for folks that don't know this, like Afghanistan, Iraq, those would be like considered child's play to if we had to put boots on the ground in Iran. Iran is a country, I think Afghanistan has around 25 million people. Iran has 90 million people. It's about 2.5 times the size of larger than Afghanistan, about 4 times larger than Iraq. So we're talking about way bigger population than either Iraq or Afghanistan, and the terrain is so treacherous. They've considered it one of the most hardest countries to occupy in human history. It's not an easy thing to do. So if we did try to do that, it
There would
could
be
be
lots of bloodshed.
Yes, an absolute catastrophe that we're going to see. Now, I mean, I think we'd win. I think the U.S. military is the best in the world, but the kind of cost that we'd have, I read something a few days ago that it wouldn't be something, the last time we've seen something like that would have been World War II. So if you can put your mind into those kinds of battles, that kind of thing, it'd be nothing. It'd be hard to compare Iraq to what the difficulties of occupying Iran are, because it would be so much worse, so much more difficult in Iran.
Yeah, I did not know that. I had no, of course, I love the old Alan Jackson song after 9/11, "Where Were You When the World Stopped Turning?" And he said, "I don't know the difference between Iraq and Iran." That's me. Foreign policy is not my thing.
One are the Iraqis are Arabs and the Iranians are Persians, so they're two different people too. So it has a lot of differences, and it's very complex in terms of that. But the easiest thing to remember is there's a lot more Iranians than there were Iraqis. So it's a way, way bigger country. I think there's like 25 to 30 million Iraqis in 2003 when we invaded. 90 million Iranians, much bigger country, much more difficult terrain. I think I read some estimates that it would take us we need about 1 million ground troops there to actually be successfully occupied. I mean, it'd be very difficult.
sounds like something I hope we do not get into. But
Yeah, me too. I pray. I don't want that to happen. I hope they, just continue the bombings, weaken the regime, and then let's get the heck out of there. I think that's the best solution.
Yeah, well, we got to take our last break. Y'all stay with us. We will be right back here to wrap things up for the week here on the Lindsey Beckham Show, WYAB 103.9. Be right back.
.1039 WYAB.
From a cabin on a creek to a field where the big bucks sneak. Oh, yeah! Tom Smith Land and Homes. Find your place where your roots can grow. From hunting ground to your front door key, call the landman of Mississippi. Tom Smith Land and Homes. Yeah, the landman's who you need. Brought to you by Tom and Ellen Smith. Tom Smith Land and Homes. That's it.
Yazoo Valley Electric Power Association wants you to stay away from downed power lines. Downed power lines carry the risk of deadly electric shock, even if the broken wire is not sparking. If a wire is crossing a road or driveway, avoid the area and keep others away. If you see a downed power line, back away and call your utility company or 911. When you call, be prepared to provide the specific address or location of the downed power line so a repair crew can get there as quickly as possible. This safety message brought to you by Yazoo Valley Electric Power Association.
Looking to elevate your ride? Weston Automotive and Rick's Pro Truck have you covered. From rugged bumpers to sleek step bars, Weston's top-notch accessories will transform your truck into a head-turner. And at Rick's Pro Truck, we specialize in custom installations that bring your vision to life. Visit us today for expert advice and unbeatable deals. Weston Automotive and Rick's Pro Truck, where your truck's potential comes alive. Weston and RPT. Trucks live here.
Since 2012, Brentech Solutions has been keeping Central Mississippi businesses connected and protected. From secure data backup and cloud services with Synology to reliable network design and maintenance, servers, and business Wi-Fi, Brentech truly does it all. Brentech is your Ring Pro partner and smart home automation solutions provider. Brentech can handle Microsoft 365 support and even Starlink. Visit brentech.ms. That's brentech.ms. IT solutions that work.
Have you been injured through no fault of your own? Do you know your rights? Don Evans does. Do you really believe that the insurance company would disclose all information to you? Don Evans will make sure that you are fully informed. It costs nothing to discuss your case. From car wrecks to malpractice, Don Evans will make you and your family whole again. Don Evans won't ever charge unless he collects for you. Call Don for a free, no-obligation consultation at 601-969-2006.
Pops Auto Sales on Highway 49 in Florence is where you come to buy quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, priced to fit your budget. Stop by Pops Auto Sales today, where fair prices and superior service leads to satisfied repeat buyers. Or go to popsautosales.llc.com and browse our inventory and get pre-approved for zero-down financing with approved credit, with service contracts and warranties available. And guys, our truck inventory is one of the largest for any independent dealer, period. Pops Auto Sales, Highway 49 in Florence.
Men, if you answer yes to any of these questions, you could be suffering from low testosterone. Do you have low sex drive? ED, always tired, depressed, loss of muscle mass, obese, loss of focus? You, my friends, need to get your numbers checked. Check out Men's Health of Mississippi, located in Madison, Mississippi, and online at menshealthms.com. Guys, get your numbers checked today. Trust me, she'll thank you for it. I promise. menshealthms.com. Men's Health of Mississippi.
Got electrical problems? Marty Cowden and Cowden Electric are here for you. Cowden Electric is your trusted electrician, serving the Jackson area for 3 decades. Electrical repair, service, and home rewiring are just the start of what Cowden Electric can do. Cowden Electric also installs generators to keep your power going when everyone else's lights are out. Plus, LED lighting, remodels, new construction, no job is too small. Visit CowdenElectric.com today to see all that they do. Cowden Electric, powering your home and business.
We've only got about 30 seconds left. Sean, tell people where they can find you.
Yeah, you can reach me at onetextlaw.com, new website about to be launched. I've actually paid some people that know how to do this. And anyway, onetextlaw.com. or 601-862-1320. And Lindsay will answer the phone and she will talk to you about school choice. No, I'm kidding. God bless. I don't pay her for that. So
I will talk to you about the law, I promise. But it's all the time we got. We'll be back Monday, same time, same place. See you then.
see ya.